Hello, boys and girls.
Moms and dads.
Everyone, welcome to another Story Hour session.
Aunt Carol told me her new story is about a man who played a vital role in the construction of the Panama Canal.
That's right, Uncle Dan. His name was William Gorgas.
Now, I'm guessing that he was an engineer or surveyor.
No, you might think so. Actually, he was a doctor.
A doctor who helped to build the Panama Canal? This I gotta hear.
All right, then, I'll begin. I call my story The Yellow Fever Fighter. At the turn of the century, the United States was just beginning the great task of digging a canal across the narrow isthmus of Panama. The Panama Canal would join the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans and cut in half the time it took ships to sail from one coast of America to the other. As work began on the project, President Theodore Roosevelt realized a man was needed to protect the workers from deadly tropical diseases.
General, I'm looking for someone who has had great experience with sanitation in the tropics. A man who's tough, who could work in the jungle.
Well, Mr. President, I think Dr. William Gorgas is our man.
Gorgas?
Yes, sir. He worked with Dr. Walter Reed in Cuba.
Ah, yes. They discovered the cause of yellow fever.
Dr. Gorgas organized a very successful campaign to clean up Havana. He eliminated many diseases. It seems the doctor worked well with the native population.
All right, General. Gorgas is the one. Send him a telegram immediately.
Yes, Mr. President.
A few months later, in 1904, Dr. Gorgas and several co-workers sailed toward their new assignment in Panama.
This breeze out on the deck is wonderful.
It has the smell of the tropics, Doctor.
They say we'll sight the coast tomorrow morning.
And then our work begins.
Dr. Gorgas, what do you think our biggest challenge will be in Panama?
Eliminating yellow fever must be our priority, Joseph. When the French began their canal project 25 years ago, the fever killed laborers as fast as they landed. The project was abandoned.
That means we've got to control the Stegomyia mosquito.
Right. It took a lot of hard work and sacrifice in Cuba to prove that the Stegomyia mosquito is the carrier of yellow fever. We've got to build on that. I'm counting on your experience in fumigation, Joseph.
I'll do my best, sir.
From what I've heard, it sounds like Panama is a mosquito's paradise.
I'm afraid so, Miss Hibbard. With the warm temperature year-round, the Stegomyia can breed constantly. There are pools of water and open rain barrels everywhere.
Will we be able to quarantine our yellow fever patients?
Yes, at Ancon Hospital. You will be in charge of the nurses there. Our staff will have to track down and isolate every case of yellow fever as quickly as possible.
So we'll be using the methods we developed in Havana.
Yes, but our task in Panama will be much greater. We must protect men in work sites all along the 50-mile canal route. It passes through mountains, swamps, jungle-covered hills.
Dr. Gorgas, we've heard so much about the troubles and difficulties of building the canal. When you were there to inspect our facilities, what was your impression? Do you think the canal is going to be worth the cost?
More than worth it, Joseph. You can see the advantage to our country in trade and war, but there's more to it than that. The entire tropical zone has been considered dangerous for white men. Yet people can live there cheaply and comfortably once you eliminate disease. Today, the canal zone is in terrible shape. People live in rotting shanties, propped above foul-smelling swamps. But take away the filth and mosquitoes, leave the flowers and hills and lakes, and, well, I have a dream. Someday families will live there in properly designed houses. Children will grow up safe and healthy. Friends, I believe we're going to help make that dream come true.
Dr. Gorgas, Miss Hibbard. There it is, Panama City.
Oh, my, it's beautiful. Those white buildings against the dark green hills.
Look on that hill just behind the city. You see Ancon Hospital?
Oh, yes.
We'll be housed there. Until we're crowded out, anyway.
But don't the sick need the hospital now? I mean, we could stay anywhere.
Yes, the sick may certainly need the hospital, but they won't go near it unless they're carried.
Won't go near it.
Why? It looks like a fine facility.
It is, but the people think it's bewitched. They say once yellow fever breaks out, Ancon Hospital is the most dangerous spot on the whole isthmus.
Perhaps it's just that so many die from the fever in the hospital. It's to be expected.
The strange thing is, people actually catch the disease there. I was told of a man taken to Ancon for a broken leg. He got the fever and died.
The place must not be screened. Mosquitoes are getting in.
But it's screened perfectly. You couldn't do it better yourself. The French superintendent told me they had studied our methods and boasted they had done as good a work.
Now that I can't figure out.
Yes, it looks like we're going to have to do a little investigating. Mr. Superintendent, we certainly appreciate you showing us around the hospital before you leave.
My pleasure, monsieur, my pleasure. This room is the yellow fever ward.
Very nice. The whole hospital is nicely equipped.
Yes, it will be a pleasure to work here.
Sir, I noticed that all the beds stand in little dishes of water, one dish for each leg. If I may ask, what are they for?
To keep the ants away, of course. You will find there are more ants here than even mosquitoes.
If I may I examine one? Why, this water is thick.
Pardon me, my friends, but my ship is about to depart. I must bid you adieu. Frankly, I don't expect anyone can really conquer these strange tropical diseases, but I wish you the best. Farewell.
Thank you, sir. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Look here, Joseph. Fill this water.
It is thick. Thick as pea soup.
It's full of mosquito larvae, Joseph. Look at all these dishes.
It seems like all have larvae in them.
Right here in the yellow fever ward, we've been breeding stegomyia as fast as the eggs can hatch.
No wonder so many catch the fever in the hospital.
At the moment, as far as I know, there is no yellow fever in the canal zone. But let one case come in, and with all these mosquitoes, there'll be no stopping its spread.
Well, we've got our work cut out for us.
The key is going to be supplies. Oil, screening, chemicals. Can we get enough supplies in time to stop an epidemic?
Dr. Gorgas and his dedicated staff worked hard those first few weeks. They were determined to take their fight against yellow fever to every town and village in the canal zone.
Joseph,
Yes, Doctor.
why don't you take your men down that road, visit every house, and make a note of all the standing water. Spread oil over anything you can't screen. I'll check with the people on this street.
Righto. Okay, men. Let's go.
Oh, hello! Mama, it's the American doctor.
Buenos días, señor.
Miss Ramirez,
Yes?
I'm Dr. Gorgas from the Sanitation Corps. We're checking today to see how folks are progressing with our mosquito control. Did you receive your screening?
Yes, doctor. Our rain barrel is covered.
Good. We appreciate your cooperation. Have our crews been by to pick up garbage regularly?
Yes, every Wednesday. And my boy here, Miguel, has been cleaning up the mud holes around our house.
Good work, son.
Doctor, why do we have to?
Miguelito, the doctor does not have time.
Oh, it's quite all right, Mrs. Ramirez. That's part of my job, explaining our sanitation methods to the good citizens of Panama. Miguel, you're probably wondering why we go to all the trouble of covering water containers.
Yes, doctor. It seems if the mosquito is thirsty, he can get water anywhere.
Well, Miguel, we're not exactly trying to kill the stegomyia of thirst. We're preventing it from multiplying. The mosquito must have clear, still water to lay its eggs in.
Oh, I see. But sometimes I see your men pouring oil on pools of water.
That oil, since it's lighter than water, forms a thin layer on top. It seals off any mosquito larvae in the water from getting air.
Ah, that is clever, doctor. I wish I can help you fight this mosquito and end the yellow sickness. But I am so young.
Well, Miguel, we do sometimes employ strong lads like you in our work. If it's all right with your mother.
Oh, please, Mama, please. I ain't good with the long knife, the machete.
Well, if the doctor really wants your help, it's okay with me.
Fine. Miguel, welcome to the Sanitation Corps.
Doctor, that new lad is mighty handy with his machete.
Yes, Miguel works hard. Miguel, have you spotted it yet?
No, Doctor. But I know the swamp is around here somewhere.
Yes, I can smell it. That black water with green scum all over it.
It looks like this is where the mosquitoes have been coming from, all right.
Here it is. Look at that swarm.
Are you hooked up, Joseph?
Yes.
Spread the oil thick. That ought to take care of this site anyway.
Oh, no. We are running out of oil. That's it. And this was the last tank.
Didn't you order more, Joseph?
I've been waiting for months for a shipment.
It's the same with everything, I'm afraid. Disinfectant, screening. I've talked to the Canal Commission several times about our needs, but I get nowhere.
It's simply mad. How do they expect us to cover the whole canal zone without adequate chemicals?
Well, I'm going straight to the governor.
General Davis?
Yes. We must get the materials to do our work. To do our work now, before yellow fever breaks out. We're in a race, Joseph. A race against death.
Well, hello, Dr. Gorgas. It's good to see you.
Thank you, General.
Just look at that dam going up. Isn't it marvelous?
Yes, sir. I wanted to
Do
know...
you know when the Chagres River is backed up, it will flood the whole inland plain. Ships will sail across most of the isthmus on a lake, a man-made lake. Imagine that. Now, Doctor, what can I do for you?
General, as you might know, we've had a terrible time getting supplies from Washington.
Oh, I thought the hospital was well equipped.
It's our mosquito control program that's really suffering.
Well, as you can see, Doctor, digging this canal requires an enormous amount of equipment and supplies. We must cut channels, build locks, move tons of earth each day. You can understand that those in command might hesitate to pour more money into chasing mosquitoes around.
General, the mosquito may be a rather small creature, but in effect, it can be like the most dangerous predator in the jungle.
Now, look, Dr. Gorgas, I've been checking over your requisitions for the last year and doing some figuring. Do you realize that every one of those mosquitoes you kill costs the United States government nearly $10?
But just think, General, one of those $10 mosquitoes might bite you. What a loss that would be to our country.
Yeah, well, let me be frank with you. We all appreciate your work in sanitation. You've done a marvelous job cleaning up the towns in the canal zone. But this mosquito theory, it's simply wild. You'd do best to get that idea out of your head.
But it can't be. General Davis thinks the mosquito theory is silly. He's 20 years behind the times.
Our own commanding officer doesn't believe in what we're doing.
That's right.
Well, what hope is there?
Dr. Gorgas, what will we do?
I don't know, Miss Hibbert. I don't know.
Dr. Gorgas pressed on with his work as best he could. One day, he and Nurse Hibbard were called to the cruiser, Boston, anchored in Panama Bay.
Captain Bufford.
Yes, Doctor, right this way. We've got a sailor who's been suffering something awful for 2 weeks. In here, sir.
Let's have a look, son. Miss Hibbert, make a note. Skin. Cold to the touch.
Yes.
Cheeks and forehead. Yellowish cast. Eyes. Same.
Yes.
Captain, has this man been coughing up any blood?
Yes, Doctor, for over a week.
Excuse us a minute, Captain.
Certainly.
It's yellow fever, isn't it?
I'm afraid so. The final stages. Well, Miss Hibbert, the fever has finally hit us. If only we could get the Stegomyia under control. It's our only chance. We've got just a few days now.
Joseph doesn't even have enough chemicals to fumigate the large buildings in Panama City.
And we need to cover miles and miles of jungle, swamp, small villages. We've got to find a way to get supplies. If a serious epidemic breaks out, thousands will die. The whole canal project will be destroyed.
Dr. Gorgas's fears were well-founded. Within weeks, yellow fever had spread throughout the canal zone. As the deaths increased, workers everywhere began to panic.
Everyone is terrified out there. Look, Dr. Gorgas, they're jamming the streets.
Oh, my.
People are going crazy.
Well, I can't say I blame them. They feel so helpless, but if everyone would just...
Doctor, where are you going?
Men, please! This is not the time to panic.
Move, man, there's an epidemic.
Please, we're doing everything we can to control...
Oh, doctor, doctor,
Mrs. Ramirez.
please. It's Miguel. Can you help?
Wait, Senora, I'm coming. Hold on, Senora, hold on. Oh. How did you carry Miguel all this way? Here, let me take him.
Oh, doctor, it is the fever. I'm so afraid. Doctor, please, can you save my boy?
Follow behind me. We'll get him to the hospital.
Water. So thirsty.
There. Here's some water.
Has he been resting much?
Only a couple of hours today.
We'll try to keep him comfortable and warm. That's about the best we can do.
Doctor, is my boy going to die?
Come, Mrs. Ramirez. Usually with yellow fever, we have only something like a 50-50 chance. But Miguel is young and strong. We can hope and pray.
A telegram for you, sir.
Telegram? Oh, good, it's from Washington. I have been trying to reach the head of the Canal Commission for supplies.
Well, Doctor?
And regretfully, due to our present budget problems, we cannot...
It's the same old answer?
Yes. No more supplies available for sanitation corps.
Well, so much for telegrams. But, sir, what about the telegram yesterday? You didn't tell us about that one. Was it good news?
Oh, that was from the University of Alabama. It was, well, an offer. They've asked me to serve as president of the school.
Oh, why, that's wonderful, sir.
Accepted, Doctor. Your colleagues at the university understand and support your work. It would be far different from the mess we're in here.
So you think I should hightail it out of Panama because the Mosquitoes have won the first round?
No, sir, it's not like that at all. You did more than any other man could to prevent an outbreak of the fever. It's just these officials. If only they would give us sufficient supplies.
You haven't been given a chance to really put your methods into practice.
The irony is, some are claiming this epidemic proves your theories about the Stegomyia mosquito are wrong.
I've even heard that some commissioners in Washington are trying to replace you.
First, they tie your hands. Then they judge you incompetent. It's just not fair. Sir, if you don't mind my saying so, I think you should resign in protest.
I don't mind you saying so, Joseph. The thought does have its attractions.
People back home appreciate your accomplishments, Doctor.
Yes, I do have many good memories of Alabama. It would be nice to get back home and be with all the family. There's just one small problem. Friends, our job here is not finished. If we go, who will be left to fight the fever? What hope will there be for boys like Miguel? Now let's send a telegram.
Another one, sir?
Yes, to the Canal Commission in Washington. We're going to keep pestering those men until we get results. Ready to take this down, Joseph?
Yes, sir.
Gentlemen, stop. Men are dying. Stop. Situation critical. Stop.
All through this dark period, Dr. Gorgas and his loyal staff labored to check the epidemic. There seemed no way to stop it. Until one day...
Come in.
Dr. Gorgas?
Yes.
I'm John Stevens, the new chief engineer. I've been appointed head of the canal project.
Oh, yes, Mr. Stevens. Welcome. Welcome to Panama. Won't you have a seat?
Oh, thank you. Oh, Dr. Gorgas, I'm going to have to make some changes in the way we're operating here.
Yes?
I'm aware of the problems you've been having. This horrible outbreak of fever is a result of you not having enough materials, I believe.
Yes?
Yes. And I want you to know that I will throw all the weight of the engineering department behind you. From now on, you will have first call on labor. Your requisitions will have priority over all others. Well, is that acceptable to you, Doctor?
Oh, yes. It's just such a change. It's hard to believe. Thank you, Mr. Stevens. Thank you. And Stevens assures me we will have all the supplies we need.
Oh, at last!
Now we have a fighting chance, Doctor.
You bet, Joseph, and we're going to make the most of it.
Okay, men. Extend those ladders up to the 3rd floor.
Right, sir.
James, have you got the windows covered?
In a minute, sir.
Okay. You men get set up on the top floor and begin spraying when ready.
All right, sir.
Joseph.
Oh, good morning, Doctor.
How's it going?
Well, we're fumigating the city house by house. There'll not be a mosquito left in the place by sundown.
Wonderful. Listen, I have a list of supplies here I wanted to check with you. Let's see. This month we'll need 300 tons of sulfur, 120 tons of pyrethrum powder, and 50,000 gallons of kerosene oil for the cesspools.
It looks like we're finally getting underway.
Yes, and now we'll be able to begin our larger projects.
Like cleaning up these muddy streets once and for all.
Yes, I think we should pave them all. And we'll pipe in clean water to every village in the canal zone. Oh, Miss Hibbard,
Yes, Dr. Gorgas?
have those portable isolation cages for the hospital been completed?
Yes, they're all screened.
Good. As soon as yellow fever is even suspected in a patient, he must be placed in strict isolation. It's essential now that we prevent any mosquitoes from getting to him and infecting others.
Yes, Doctor. Miguel has been in one of the screened cages for several days.
How is the boy today?
Well, he's holding his own. At least he hasn't started coughing up blood.
That's a good sign. Well, friends, the Stegomyia may have won the first battle, but we're going to win the war.
Once Dr. Gorgas's sanitation program began in earnest, cases of yellow fever decreased dramatically. In a few months, the epidemic was over.
Dr. Gorgas! Dr. Gorgas, come! Look at Miguel. His color is coming back. Those dreadful fits of shivering are gone.
He does look better. Heartbeat is good. Temperature is almost normal.
Oh, nurse, doctor, I've been sleeping so long. When do we go fight the mosquito again?
Ready to go, are you? Well, you'll need a few days' rest first.
What is that, doctor?
That's dynamite.
Oh, do we use dynamite on mosquito now?
Not quite, Miguel. Those explosions come from the Culebra Mountains. Engineers are blasting their way through the toughest stretch of the canal. When the Culebra cut is finished, they'll be within a few miles of their goal, the Atlantic coast.
From Pacific to Atlantic. Wow.
You know something, Miss Hibbard?
What's that, Doctor?
I believe we're within reach of our goal also. There will be no more deaths from yellow fever on this isthmus. Mark my words. We're done with the curse of the Stegomyia mosquito.
Dr. Gorgas was right. By the end of that year, yellow fever had disappeared from the Isthmus of Panama, and the canal zone was transformed. What was once a dangerous pest hole became a clean and safe tropical paradise. Dr. Gorgas's dream came true. Schools, churches, and community centers were built. Workers brought their families to live in charming houses with great screened verandas. A friendly sociability grew among those who had known only disease, fear, and filth. By 1914, life in the canal zone had become safer than in any place in the entire United States. Finally, on August 15, 1914, the Panama Canal was officially opened. The steamship Ancon carried 100 distinguished visitors from ocean to ocean. Years later, one of Dr. Gorgas's co-workers would write,
"On the day the canal opened, everyone was cheering and acclaiming the engineers. How few of us joined in the celebration. The engineers deserved the praise. They'd done a fine job. But we knew then what the world has learned since, that the whole project turned out a success because of the vision and faithfulness of one man, our Dr. Gorgas. Without him, the American venture would have been defeated. Dead men dig no ditches. But the brilliant achievement isn't what comes to mind now as I think of our chief. I remember the man. Every person in the sanitation corps loved him. He was so thoughtful of us. He always found time to do the little things. Most of all, Dr. Gorgas was a kind man.